Hi, and welcome to the Canceled News. I'm Adam Yenser, host of the Canceled News with Adam Yenser. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Right now, I'm at 7.238K subscribers, and it's always been my dream to hit 7.239K subscribers. And come see me live on St. Patrick's Day. I'll be at the Comedy Chateau in North Hollywood along with SNL's Darrell Hammond. And on April 7th and 8th, I'll be at the Funny Farm in Ohio, near where that toxic train exploded. I also want to thank everyone who came out to my show in Helsinki last week, especially Ben and his brother who are Canceled News fans. It was my first time performing in Europe. There were Babylon Bee fans there. The other comics were great. It was a sold-out show. It was awesome. And while I was in Finland, I also went dog sledding and snowmobiling. I saw the Northern Lights. I met Santa Claus and his 8 tiny reindeer. Then I went to the restaurant next door and ate tiny reindeer. But all in all, the highlight of my trip had to be this statue of a fish knocking a baby in the water. And while I was in Finland, I found a new sponsor for the show. This week's episode is brought to you by Rupi Sen 100% bear meat, guaranteed to be 86% bear meat. Math works different in Finland. And over there it was 8 degrees with 2 feet of snow on the ground, so it's nice to be back in warm, sunny Los Angeles, where it's 30 degrees with only 1 foot of snow on the ground. Now here's what's in the news. In a new interview, Prince Harry said that psychedelics are now a fundamental part of his life and help him deal with trauma. Specifically, he said mushrooms have helped him alleviate anxiety, accept his own self-worth, and realize the rest of the royal family are interdimensional lizard people. A virtual conference of the Federal Reserve was canceled when a participant sabotaged the Zoom meeting with porn. Not to get too graphic, but the video showed a black man doing to a white lady what the Federal Reserve does to the country. A family in China raised what they thought was a mastiff puppy for 2 years before discovering it was a bear. They realized it was a bear because it, quote, tasted too gamey. Chris Rock released a live Netflix special where he joked about outrage culture, Meghan Markle, and his incident with Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada was reportedly so offended by the Netflix special that she and her son's friend decided to Hulu and chill instead. In the special, Chris Rock also joked about why he supports abortion, after which a newborn crawled on stage and slapped him. Speaking of abortion, Michael Moore has called for a nationwide boycott of Walgreens because it won't sell the abortion pill in some states. Michael, this makes no sense. You're not pregnant. The only thing that's going to get rid of that bump is diet and exercise. Guitarist Gary Rossington, the last original member of Lynyrd Skynyrd, died this week at the age of 71. Radio stations plan to honor Rossington by playing Sweet Home Alabama 20 times a day, every day, forever. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis traveled to California this week where he criticized rival Gavin Newsom, who, like DeSantis, is also expected to lose to Trump in 2024. Upon returning to Florida from California, DeSantis checked his shoes to make sure he wasn't tracking any poop in. 2 illegal immigrants from Honduras were charged in Nebraska for hunting and killing a bald eagle in order to eat it. They were given a hefty fine and banned from the zoo for 2 weeks. It's horrible, though. I can't imagine traveling to a foreign country just to eat a rare and majestic creature. Walmart is closing its last remaining stores in Portland, Oregon, due to record-breaking thefts and crime. Disappointed customers said they'll now have to start robbing at Target instead. A new survey found that 20% of Gen Z now identifies as LGBTQ, but the Biden administration has promised to get those numbers up. While driving back from a date in Beverly Hills, Pete Davidson crashed his Mercedes into a home. And just like his stand-up, he failed to bring the house down. It was revealed this week that many Chuck E. Cheese restaurants still use a floppy disk to program their dancing characters. A spokesperson explained that Chuck E. Cheese hasn't updated their computer system since the last time they cleaned the ball pit. The Oscars will air this Sunday on ABC with host Jimmy Kimmel, who will likely cry whether or not someone slaps him. Scientists have found that eating a Mediterranean diet can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease, while eating a Scandinavian diet can reduce the risk of bears. A new scientific study found that men should ejaculate 21 times per month to stay healthy. Well, geez, in that case, that's it for this week's Canceled News. I got work to do.